Welcome to this tutorial on integration. When you are supposed to integrate, you will write this integral sign, and whatever you are supposed to integrate, you will write after it, and you will write dx. Integration is also called the reverse of differentiation. So let's begin. We will write x, and the power is n, so we will add 1 to the power, and whatever the new power, we will write it as a denominator, n plus 1 plus c. It is important to always put the c. Do a few questions as practice. Here we have x to the power of 5. So we will write 5 plus 1, 6, and the 6 we will put down plus c. Always remember the same rule applies for differentiation or integration. You must simplify. If there is any brackets, you need to expand them. Any power of x under the numerator, you have to bring it up. Any x which is written as a radical, you have to write it in the indices form. Let's do this question now. So we have 3 over 4x squared. We will add 1 to the power, so x, 2 plus 1 will give us 3. This 3 we will put it in the numerator. And 5x, if there is no visible number here, it means there is a 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. And the 2 will go down. Also, if you have only a number, whenever you integrate a number, it will become x. So we got here 1. When I integrate 1, I will get 1x. But we will write it only as x and plus c. We have to simplify. Put this in the calculator and you will get 1 over 4 x to the power of 3 plus 5 over 2 x squared plus x plus c. Here we can see that we are integrating only a number. So like I said before, if it's only a number when you integrate, you will put an x after it. So this will give us 2x plus c. Let's do some examples so that you all get the concept very clearly. Question number A. So we'll write the integral signed 3 plus 5x dx is equal to 3 is a number, so it will become 3x plus 5x. We will add 1 plus 1, 2, up and down, plus c. For the second example, we have 6x squared dx. We add 1 to the power, so it will become 2 plus 1, 3. That 3 we put down, plus c. 6 over 3 put in the calculator, you will get 2. 2x cubed plus c. Question number 3, we got 1 over x squared dx. You cannot integrate if the power of x is down. So the first thing we will do is bring it up. This is simplification. And now we will add 1 to the power. Negative 2 plus 1 will give me negative 1. And I will divide it by negative 1 plus c. There's a 1 here, so 1 divided by negative 1 is negative x to the power of negative 1 plus c. It's better that if you bring your negative powers down, so we will get negative 1 over x plus c. Question number D. We have square root x plus 1 square dx. Whenever you have a plus b square, remember to use this rule, a square plus 2ab plus b square. In this case, our a is x to the power of half. So we replace our a with x to the power of half, and our b is 1, so we replace it with 1. When we simplify this, we will get x plus 2x to the power of half plus 1. Now when we are integrating, we are going to use the simplified version of the bracket. When we do that, we will get 1 plus 1, 2 over 2. Here you have the power as half. So half plus 1 will give you 3 over 2. That 3 over 2 will go down and 1 will give you x plus c. When we simplify 2 divided by 3 over 2, we will get 4 over 3 x to the power of 3 over 2 plus x plus c. For e, you can see that you have x to the power of 5 plus x to the power of 6 over x to the power of 4. We cannot integrate like that. We will have to separate each numerator, and the denominator which we have here, x to the power of 4, is for each numerator. We will write it under each numerator. So we will get x to the power of 4 here, x to the power of 4 dx. If you are using indices rules, you should know that if it's a divide, we subtract the powers. So here we have x to the power of 5 and x to the power of 4. When we subtract them, we will get x to the power of 1. 5 minus 4 is 1. And here we will get 6 minus 4, 2. Now that this is simplified, we will integrate it. 1 plus 1 is 2, and that 2 will go down. 2 plus 1, 3, the 3 will go down, plus c. Question number F is written in a similar way as question number E. We have the numerator 5 and x. Write the denominator x to the power of 1 over 4 under each numerator. That will give us 5 over x to the power of 1 over 4 and x over x to the power of 1 over 4 dx. Here you can see that there is no x, so I cannot subtract the powers. I'll just bring x to the power of 1 over 4 in the numerator and the power will change signs. So now I will get 5x to the power of negative 1 over 4, and here 1 minus 1 over 4 will give me x to the power of 3 over 4 dx. When I integrate this, I will get negative 1 over 4 plus 1, 3 over 4, and that power shall go underneath the term. And here it will be 3 over 4 plus 1, which will give me 7 over 4, and that 7 over 4, we will write it in the denominator. Now put this in the calculator and you will get 20 over 3 x to the power of 3 over 4. And here, if there is no number, it means there is a 1. So put 1 over 7 over 4 in the calculator, and you will get 4 over 7 x to the power of 7 over 4 plus c. In G, we have 3 over 4 square root x dx. You know that square root x is x to the power of half, and you cannot integrate if you have x in the denominator. So first we are going to do is simplify. When we do that, the x will go up. It will become x to the power of negative half dx. Now that we are done with simplification, we can begin integration. Negative half plus 1 will give me half. And that half, I will write it like this in the denominator. You can put 4 multiplied by half, which is in the denominator, in the calculator. you will get 2. And then we write x to the power of half plus c. It's better to do the numerators separately and the denominator separately if there's a fraction in the denominator. Moving on to the next question. We have x squared plus 2 squared dx. Again, there's a bracket, so we have to expand the bracket, and we are going to use the rule a square plus 2ab plus b square. When we do that, we will get x to the power of 4 plus 4x squared plus 4 dx. This is what we are going to integrate. 4 plus 1, 5 over 5. 2 plus 1, 3. We divide this term by 3. And here we have only 4, so we will put an x next to it plus c. So we are done with this question. Always remember to follow your rules. Remember that for integration, you always need to add 1 to the power. The new power that you get, you're going to write it as a denominator. You cannot solve integration unless you simplify. You cannot write it in a radical form. You have to write in the indices form. So let's begin solving question number A. Here we have got square root 2 minus 1. So we are going to add 1. Negative 1 plus 1 will give me 0. So I'm only left with square root 2. That 2 square root 2, I will write it as a denominator plus c. In B, we have the radical form. So first we will write it in the indices form. To do that, remember that whatever is in the square root, the x power, that will go as a numerator, and the one which is outside, here in this case 5, will be written as the denominator. Now that we have simplified, we will integrate. We will get 4 over 5 plus 1, and the new power we are going to put down plus c. This will give us 9 over 5, and 1 divided by 9 over 5 will give me 5 over 9 plus c. Now here to simplify, what will we do? The inside power is 3, so that's what we will write in the numerator, and the outside power is also 3 here, so that we'll write in the denominator. The 3 and the 3 will get cancelled, so we have got y minus 8 dy. When I integrate this, I'll get 1 plus 1, 2 over 2 minus 8x plus c. Here you can see that you have x. When there is no number written, it means there is 1. So when I'm writing it in indices form, I'll write it as 1 over 5 dx. And when I integrate it, I will get 1 over 5 plus 1, which will give me 6 over 5 plus c, and 6 over 5 will go down. This can be written as 5 over 6 x to the power of 6 over 5 plus c. Next question you have 1 over pi to the power of negative 5 dt. So first let's bring the pi over negative 5 up, and we will get pi to the power of 5 dt. Pi to the power of 5 is a number. Pi is a number. Whenever you integrate a number, I told you you put x next to it. But in this case, we don't have dx, we got dt. So when I integrate pi over 5, it's going to be pi over 5t plus c. I hope that I have been able to help you in this topic to understand the basics. If you like the work, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.